Good morning, creatures. So today is March 13th and it is the first day of the March 2021 World Wide Write-a-thon. I am so excited. I should have started this vlog last night though because I am not a morning person. It's already after 10 o'clock and the writing started at 6 this morning. I roll out of bed around 8 and I joined the sprints while I was just getting ready for the day. Unfortunately, I work for most of today, so a lot of my productivity is going to be this evening and tomorrow, but I wanted to vlog the weekend to see how it went and to see how productive I could be because I am in a really bad writing slump and I'm trying to get myself out between the World Wide Write-a-thon and I'm also doing this little weekly writing challenge myself. But my goal for right now is to write down some goals before I go to work. So I'm going to jump into the current sprint, which is on Brooke Wright's channel, and I'm going to make some overall goals, and then I might also make some this evening goals and some tomorrow goals. Tomorrow is going to be my most productive day because I actually work until 6 today, so I know I'm going to be most productive really tomorrow, but I do want to get some things done tonight, and I also just really love being a part of the community. There are so many people who are getting together for this. Even just watching the sprints early this morning, there were like hundreds of people in the chat, so this is a great time to make friends. I will be putting a link to the playlist at the top of the description below if you want to catch some replays or meet some people who also love writing. But yeah, I'm gonna get to goal making so I can go to work on time. Baby, open up to me. So I've come to the conclusion that I am the absolute worst at like checking in, at least checking in when I'm supposed to or like I'm planning to, because I got off work right before 6 and I came home and I wanted to like check in and then get started for my work on the day and then check in again. But while I was sort of winding down from work and just taking a couple minutes to relax, I found the most amazing like job posting, and I have been regularly applying to editing positions at companies, whether they are freelance or part-time or full-time. I'm just really itching to sort of get my foot in the door with a company. Editing for myself is amazing, but it really feels like a supplementary thing, and it would take a lot of stress out to be able to edit for somebody else as well. So I found this position that I perfectly qualify for. It's the perfect number of hours and it has amazing pay. So that like came to the top of my to-do list and I like couldn't do anything else. Couldn't think about anything else until I applied. So I even redid my resume a little bit, which stays updated because of how often I apply. But I redid my resume so that I could apply. But while I was doing all that, I was watching the write-a-thon writing sprints. I felt a little bad that I wasn't really writing or working on my novel, but I was being really productive and I was really excited about that. I also finished my to-do lists and I decided to make them on post-it notes. That way I would be a little bit more focused. I have one for Saturday and one for Sunday. I have more free time on Sunday, but I haven't really filled this post-it note out because I want to sit down tomorrow morning and really evaluate my goals and what I'm in the mood for and what I think I can do. I did make a very general, I want to finish chapter 1 and I want to feel like chapter 1 is in a good spot. I want to do at least one blog post and then I want to do chapter 2. So I broke it up a little bit for myself there in case I'm incredibly bored. I also was planning on doing 2 job applications tomorrow since I'm spending all day sort of with the write-a-thon. So my applying today was really just getting ahead of things that I wanted to do tomorrow. My list for today was to start this vlog, which I did that, and go to work. I added the apply to that job to today's to-do list because I was very excited, very determined. I know stuff like that can sometimes be time sensitive, so I needed to get that off my plate. My next thing is to set up my camera for tomorrow, and I got this beautiful camera. I bought it just for the World Wide Write-a-thon. I shouldn't say I bought it. I used my credit card points to get it for free. I'm very excited. I looked at a lot of reviews and a lot of people have really good things to say about it because I have this monitor now and my laptop is kind of blocked. I am going to put it up on the top of the monitor. I also think that'll be like a better angle, so it'll be eye level. So I am going to set that up as my next thing. And then I have just a few things left that I want to do tonight. It's already 10 o'clock, so I'm glad that I cut my list off whenever I hit the bottom of the post-it note. I want to write at least one blog post. That's going to be my hour of writing today for my weekly writing challenge. And I also want to set up my For the Words account for tomorrow. So For the Words is an online writing RPG that I love. I used to use it to write all the time. It was like almost all I wrote on, but then I sort of had just a couple months where I just really wasn't very invested in it. So I actually think I might need to renew my subscription because it's been a while since I played. So I'm in the mood to play, so I'm going to pull up my account and I'm going to see what kind of events are going on and see what kind of quests they have and really get things set up for tomorrow so I don't have to fuss with it in the morning. I can just sit down and write. Now for the blog post, I didn't really pick which one I wanted to do yet. I have a small list of things that I want to get done at some point this week. After I get everything set up and good to go for tomorrow, I'll probably pick whichever one I'm in the mood to write. I have an editing website, like author editing website, just with my information and my contact stuff. If you ever need edits, it's always linked in the description below, but I'm in the process of adding a blog to that. I have done blog posts in the past that I've attached to newsletters, but I really want it to be like a nice resource hub. I want people to click on it and to look through the pages and think, like there's a lot of good information here. So throughout the month of March, I am writing these blog posts so that I can make my blog public and just have information for people who are curious, who are publishing, who are learning, who are excited. I think it's a great way to really connect and to give back to the community. I am learning a lot now that I'm in school, and I have a lot that I think is really useful to share. But yeah, I'm going to get started on all of that, and I'm going to pull YouTube back up on my computer, and while I'm setting everything up, I'm going to join the next set of sprints.
Give up so easily. Open up your eyes and see there's more to our story.
So I finished my whole checklist. I even did my hour of writing. I won't say I'm insanely proud of my writing and what I got done, but I showed up and I did it. I got all of the organizational stuff done for my Scrivener file, and then I went back through and I sort of wrote half of 2 different blog posts, but it is like 12 o'clock, so I'm really just getting to the end of my mental focus for the day. I just want to relax until I end up passing out. So I finished my checklist, I got my camera set up, and it is amazing. I am so excited for streaming tomorrow because this is probably the best camera I've ever streamed on, and I'm really hoping that it'll help encourage me to stream a little bit more. Yeah, but checking in with you guys was like the last thing on my to-do list. I do think that I'm going to take my iPad out, and I think I'm going to write a little bit more on my iPad, on my couch, under some blankets with some warm tea, and just wind down for the night. Like really casually plan what I want to be writing tomorrow.
Baby, open up to me. Don't give up so easily. Open up your eyes and see there's more to our story.
I did not have a super early start this morning like I wanted. Something personal came up and it just was really important to take care of right away. So I didn't really get started writing or doing anything productive until the early afternoon, because while I was taking care of all that stuff, I ended up going to the grocery store and accidentally spending like an hour in there when it was really just supposed to be getting coffee and creamer and like 2 other things. But I'm set on groceries for the week, so that's pretty awesome. And I am getting set up and ready to join sprint number 16. I'm going live as a co-host on sprint number 17 in about an hour, so I'm hoping to get really just set up and productive and in the right mindset before all that happens. But I'm now feeling like I am in a much better mindset to sort of get all this stuff started and to sit down and work and to be focused. I really hope that's true, because I'm going to start writing. I think I want to start with my novel and then move back to those blog posts. We'll see how hard it is to really keep my attention, but I would love to get words of my novel done today, really. So I just got off the last set of live streams for the World Wide Write-a-thon, and I was super productive. I got a lot done, but I definitely wasn't as productive as I thought I would be, but I feel like that is always the case. I'm not really used to hosting a stream with so many like participants and people watching, which was awesome just to do, but also there are just so many comments and so many like things to answer and things to share that I feel like of all the sprinting time, I probably only really got to write half of it or less, but it was more about the community than it was about writing. I jumped right from the stream I was co-hosting into the stream I was hosting. I had like a 5 or 10 minute gap in between to grab a drink and sit down and get resituated, but I am definitely ready to get up away from my desk because I've been sitting here for like 3.5, 4 hours. My back hurts. I have like a little pillow behind my back to sort of like relieve some of the discomfort, but I am going to migrate to the living room, probably work on some Instagram stuff or just watch a little bit of TV to unwind, but the night is still young. I'm going to see if there's anybody streaming tonight, even though World Wide Write-a-thon is over. I know like Sarah Mae Sutton usually does stream on Sunday nights, and I'm not quite done being productive. I got 2 blog posts entirely written and like formatted and completed. I really just have to go through and edit them. I like to wait a day before I go back and edit just so that I have like a more critical mind, if that makes sense. Like, if I made typos while I was typing them today, I'm, like, less likely to see them today, but, like, I'm more likely to see them tomorrow or the next day whenever I revisit them, so I let things rest a little bit. I feel like that's really common in the writing community. But I got 2 of them done, and then I got my first chapter, I want to say done, but I feel like I might possibly add to it. Sometimes I'll like write a chapter and then the next chapter and then shift where the chapter actually ends. So like this currently feels like the end of chapter 1, but I might want to start chapter 2 in a place where I either have to add or take away a little bit from what I have written of chapter 1. But the most important thing is that I was writing the entire time and I have spent hours really showing up to my project today. That's what I really wanted this weekend to be about. But yeah, I'm gonna go make dinner and wind down and relax and play with Flurry, who is over here just waiting for attention. And then whenever I'm done with that, I'll check in and let you guys know if I found a stream and what I'm planning on doing for it. Not checking in last night. I just got really comfortable and I really didn't feel like being on the camera. I ended up not even joining another live stream. I'm not even sure if Sarah was having a live stream that night, but I made myself some tea and I sat in the office and I worked for a little while longer. I wouldn't say that I really worked for that long, maybe 45 minutes or so, but it was nice to just sort of sit and peacefully work on my stuff myself. I think this year's World Wide Write-a-thon was super successful. I got to meet a lot of new writers and that was really like the best part. But I'm really looking forward to more live streams and more community. And every time I do an event like this, it makes me realize how much I want to live stream more often. So if you have days where you really like to live stream or like times of the week, please let me know in the comments below. I'm still deciding what really works. I feel like I'm always free Sunday evening, but I know Sarah streams then and I really like to be a part of her streams. But I'm considering something like Monday. So if Monday works for you, or if you have another day of the week that you would prefer, let me know in the comments below, so that I can sort of plan around when you guys are going to be there, because that's really what I want to do this for, so that I can write with you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.